Internet, and welcome to our Schmax 5 channel's first movie review. This review is for The Hobbit by me, Suzy. Now, I went to the midnight premiere last night with a bunch of friends. Katie was there too. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would go ahead and give it an 8. While they did change the original story a lot to extend it into the 3 movies that they're doing and to fill up those 3 movies that they're doing, I was okay with it because they still stayed true to who the characters are and what the story is. They added that whole thing with the necromancer, and we got to see like that appearing in the east and like the trouble that was going on. But you know, we got to meet another wizard who was consistent with what you would expect a wizard who lived in nature in that universe to be. And we got to see, you know, the necromancer and that sword, and we got to see that council of Gandalf and Sauron and those other people who it seemed like that would be what actually happened. And I was okay with that. And they added a lot of backstory, which some people thought went slow, but I loved having so much, because when I get into that world, I personally just want to be enveloped in it. I want the whole developed story. So I liked that they added a lot of that, and I loved the battle flashbacks. I thought any battle they showed in this movie was so great as far as battles go. I mean, the scene with the goblins, holy crap, that was gorgeous. It was not like this little snippet of like, oh, we're gonna fight them. No, they had to fight their way out of there like they did in the book, and that was so great, and I loved it, and that giant goblin really did make me want to vomit because his throat was like, it was disgusting, and that was perfect. So the acting, phenomenal. Ian McKellen, I don't care how old he's getting, top-notch actor. You can't beat him. He was so good. He just knows that character so well. He portrays him so well. He really knows who Gandalf is. And having played him later and seeing where he goes from there, this was great for him to have that, to do this, like, I don't want to say origin story because it's not, but like this prequel. Cate Blanchett's performance, oh my god. She was beautiful as always, but she was just, I really felt that there was more to her character here. Like, I felt some sympathy from her that I didn't see in the other movies in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which was great to see. And her interaction with Gandalf and their mind connection, that was so great. It really made me feel like they were old friends, and she was like, you can depend on me, which was exactly what that scene was supposed to be. Martin Freeman, oh my god. He's such a good actor himself, but then to take on this iconic role, and then he incorporated the mannerisms and tics of the actor who played older Bilbo, so we can see that it is younger Bilbo. We could see him, like, you know, putting his hands in his pockets and kind of looking around, and just the tics and like the twists and everything were so spot on. I would have believed that it was a younger version of the same character. Richard Armitage, who played Thorin Oakenshield. Just the emotions I felt were ridiculous. When they were doing the flashbacks when he was fighting for his grandfather and his father, to see the look on his face when that orc cut off his grandfather's head and that devastation, I was like, oh, my poor baby. Oh my god. That, and then when they're in the tree about to fall off the cliff, just the look on his face, like you can see the switch flick in his head when he's like, that's it. I'm not staying on this tree hanging off this cliff. I'm going. And he fought. We need to talk about the scenery porn that was present in that entire film. If I hadn't seen a single living creature, I would have gotten my money's worth. The extra frame rates per second that they used, worth it. Worth it, worth it, worth it. I don't care what you say. There was a difference, and it was gorgeous. Like, can someone just take me on an air tour of New Zealand for the rest of my life so I can see just the beauty and the majesty of the rolling hills next to the white snow-covered mountains next to these beautiful dark forests, and just seeing that, oh god, just when they're traveling, it was like, I want to go to there now. And then that, coupled with the music, dear God, Howard Shore, the minute the movie started and they went back into the theme of the Shire, my heart just like ached. And then when they played the Ring theme when we saw Gollum, it was like, oh God. And the new song that they kept bringing back in was great. It was that motif of that music coming back and the dwarves, like that lower, darker tone than the other music. Oh, it was beautiful. Which brings us to Gollum. He's a character that I hate and disgusts me so much, but at the same time, my heart breaks for him, and I actually feel so much sympathy for him. That was in its purest form for this movie that I've seen it. When he loses his precious, like, it is exactly what he says. That's his precious. That is a thing he has lived for centuries. And then Bilbo has it, and he's lost without it, and then that one tear that goes down his face, and then Bilbo spares him. That heartbreak that you can see, and it's not only in the animation of his facial, it's in the body and the movement and everything in that scene. And also, they went a lot further into the story than I thought they would. At the pace they were going at the beginning, I was like, oh, they're gonna make it to the mountains, and then they're gonna probably cut, like, right when they settle down in the mountains. And then it was like, oh no, they are going to, okay, goblins are getting them, okay, whatever. And then it's like, oh, they're fighting the goblins. Oh, we're seeing the riddles? Okay, I like the riddles. Riddles were great. Oh, they're getting out now. Oh, they're gonna be in the tree. Oh, the eagle? We're going to the eagle part? Okay. That last shot of them on that mountaintop and looking out and they can see Erebor. It was so great. I mean, yes, there were some downsides to this movie, I have to be fair. Yes, they changed the story a lot. Yes, I could see how the pacing was a little bit slow at points, and I was like, okay, can we get on the road, please? Can we go? Yes, I would have liked to have seen them stick a little more to the timeline where they stayed in Rivendell for a long time, and when they were in the goblins for a couple days, like being starved and all that. But, you know, for a movie, it had to be changed, and I understand that. That's what I thought of the movie. Midnight premiere was great. I highly recommend that if you liked Lord of the Rings, or you like that fantasy, or you're a Hobbit fan, go see the movie. Don't expect it to be exactly like the books, because you know they never are. The feel is there. The feel of that world, of Middle-earth, of the hobbits, of the Shire, it's there. So that's what I thought of the movie. Let us know what you thought. If you have different ideas, or I didn't cover something you guys thought was great or really bad or needed to be addressed, let us know. Please talk about it in the comments. We would love to have a discussion going. You can follow us on Twitter. We're on Orkut now. I didn't know what it was either, but apparently it's by Google, so we're trying it out. Find us on there, you know, new YouTube community. And like and subscribe, tell all your friends, and thanks for watching Schmax 5. We'll see you guys later. Bye!